Hello everyone, Brigosaurus227, and today I'm going to be talking about all of the Nerf blasters coming out this summer or late this spring that I haven't talked about yet or covered in this channel, mainly because I missed it and there was like 100 Nerf news videos about it by the time I found out, and there's no point in making a video if it's going to get 2 views. So I'm going to kind of compile a lot of the things and all the things I haven't covered yet and talk about some of the best and some of the worst, and why I think Nerf could end up being one of the best years. 2022 could be one of the best years for Nerf, but also one of the worst. And there's so many good blasters, so many terrible blasters, and let's just get started. I'm really excited. Alright, so let's start with one of the first blasters, and probably my favorite, and that is the Nerf Elite 2.0 Moto Blitz. Finally, an Elite 2.0 blaster worth purchasing, in my opinion. So, there's not much I can really tell about this blaster besides what's obviously there. So, obviously, it's a Raven reskin, which is really cool, and it has a shotgun thing on the bottom, and what I assume it is you pump it a bunch of times like the Mediator shotgun attachment, and then you press that little orange button and it shoots the shotgun. Now, a lot of people are probably complaining because it's not Mega XL or Mega, and I know Wacom's going to complain about it. No offense to Wacom, I know, but I actually really like the shotgun vibe, or the shotgun on the bottom of it, because if you remember the Aliens Pulse Rifle coming out, which is like $100, and that has like a shotgun kind of thing under it, which just shoots one mega dart. This is going to shoot multiple elite darts, and from what I can tell, the picture, I think it's like 4 or 5, or maybe even 6, which would be absolutely crazy. Also, the fact that this is a Raven reskin is really good because, as a lot of you know, the Raven Fire is stupidly expensive nowadays because it's so rare. And now we're getting a new version. I'm going to assume this is probably around $40, which would very, very much be worth it. If it's $50, that'd be a little steep, but I probably would pay $50, but that is the most I would pay for it. If it's anything above $50, I will be furious. But $40 sounds like what it's going to be. That's my estimation. This is more of a leak, so yeah. But definitely Elite 2.0 going in the right direction. I'm really excited to see this blaster, and I'm really glad that they went with the shotgun instead of Mega XL or Mega, because I don't know, I just don't want to see that. I want a shotgun. That's what I've wanted, and Nerf is doing it, so that's great. Really got a lot of Demolisher vibes to this, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm excited for this one. I'll definitely be picking it up if it's really cheap. Alright, so let's get on to the next best blaster, and that would have to be the Minecraft bow. Now, this is not necessarily something I'm super duper hyped for, but something I'm really interested in, and that is how it works. I probably won't be buying it because it is $45. That is pretty expensive, but I will be interested to see how that works. And I really like that the look of that mechanism, and if I find it on sale, if it goes down price, I'll actually probably buy this. And yeah, it's really cool. The only con is the price, and from what I hear, it seems like an interesting mechanism. You pull back the string to rev, and then you pull the dart trigger thing to shoot the darts, like a strife, which is really cool for a bow. And it has the mag that goes out of the blaster like that, and I think that's also really darn cool. Also, another thing I really think is interesting is that Nerf is doing a lot of innovative things. As you can see, Nerf hasn't done a lot of this stuff before, and you can even see in the rest of the video, Nerf is trying some new things, going into new territory, which is epic. But the price of some of this stuff is a little bit concerning. But I'll get into more on that later. But really cool. The only concern I would have with this bow is that maybe it doesn't work too well, like it might malfunction or jam a lot. I hope not, but we'll see. This is a new mechanism, so anything could happen. Another blaster I'm really excited for. A lot of you seem to not be excited for this, especially Wacom. He says this is the worst blaster he's ever seen, and that is the Nerf Roblox Viper Strike. I think this looks absolutely awesome, despite what a lot of people say. And I'm not some weirdo. I think this really looks cool, and especially being a snake person myself who, likes to catch snakes. I have a whole channel about it. If you want to check that out, go ahead. It's on my homepage. But really darn cool. I think it's a neat little sniper aesthetic. It has the viper on the front, which it looks like a snake just swallowed the like a centurion or something. It looks so cool. Honestly, this is one of the coolest looking Nerf blasters I've seen in a while. And it is $45, which is not terrible, but not that great either. I mean, it's a sniper rifle. Sniper rifles usually are in the more expensive side. But, I mean, and also the fact that it's a snake is pretty cool. But 45 is a little on the steep side for me. But that's the only con I have with this is the price. Honestly, I think this looks really cool. And I could easily see this being modded, integrated. Imagine like the snake barrel integrated onto something else. I mean, I could see people doing stuff with this. So I'm hyped for it. Another thing I'm really hyped for is the Fortnite Compact SMG. Now, this is $40 this is like another $40 blaster. Honestly, I think it's okay. I think it's pretty cool. $40 for an 8-shot flywheel blaster is a little steep, but it does have that internal mag with the flywheel system, which I think is really cool. It also looks like, and I'm also assuming that if that is the whole system right there at the front with the flywheels and the internal mag, then that must mean the back has a lot of empty space in it, which is good if you're going to put a lipo. So I'm really happy for that, and I think it would be cool to get extended mags of this. Now, I really, really, really like the fact that it's an internal mag system. Now, I hope that doesn't malfunction. It will be a complex system probably, but I can't wait to see how it turns out. And I probably won't buy this one either because it's $40, unless, of course, it goes on sale. Now, this blaster here is one I'm actually not excited for, and I think Nerf dropped the ball on this. Now, I know a lot of you are happy about it, but it is the Nerf Ultra Speed. I don't like this at all, and I mean, it's a cool concept. It's one of the fastest firing dart blasters of all time, next to, say, the Perseus and Prometheus. But the mag size is really much of an issue. It's also $70. Now, this is not too good. It's 7 darts a second. That's cool. But you have two 12-round mags. That's not a lot of ammo. And, I mean, this blaster is going to be useless in the battlefield unless you're going to clear out one room, flip a mag, and then clear out the room again. You know, I mean, there's not too much potential here unless you can, unless you can buy separate magazines, which is kind of disappointing. And, I mean, they didn't work out a drum or anything. So I really do not like this for the magazine size. Otherwise, this would be a really cool option. And if it was maybe $50, I would actually say, you know what, that's okay. But $70 and you don't have that capacity, I mean, it's going to be useless in the battlefield after you lose those two mags. I mean, I'm serious. Ultra mags aren't a common thing. So yeah, that's the only complaint I have about it. It's still cool in design and theory, and I hope we get more blasters in the Speed series. And now that brings me to the next blaster, which I hope is in the Speed series as well, which really wouldn't make sense, but this blaster is almost disappointing, and actually kind of is. It's just another reshell of a blaster we've gotten before. It looks like, I mean, Ultra is kind of getting a little weird here. So it's some kind of rifle, it's semi-auto. I mean, we've seen that like almost every motorized Nerf Ultra blaster, and if this is full auto, then I'll like it, but if it's semi-auto, that sucks. I'm pretty sure it's semi-auto, though, from what I heard about it. It does go with the mag, and the thing I noticed, though, is the Ultra is in red paint, which is the exact same as the Ultra Speed, and this is called the Ultra Strike. Really interesting name. So, while the other one may be about speed, this blaster could potentially have, like, performance? Like a performance boost? I don't know. Like, it would be so cool to see Nerf finally do a 120 FPS dart blaster, but I highly doubt it. But it's really cool, and if it's a full auto blaster, that would be neat. Please be under $50, $40 at the most. I mean, if it's $50, that'd be pretty insane, but $40 would be a reasonable price. If it's full auto, maybe $50, but I don't know. It's essentially probably going to be the Ultra version of the Rapid Strike. It's not really new. It's just something kind of I don't hate it, but I'm not gonna talk much about it either. It's just a kind of interesting thing. I will say the barrel does look pretty awesome. Although it would also look cool if you sawed off the barrel. That would be kind of cool too. Anyway, it looks interesting. I'm not going to knock it, but I'm not going to really say it's a good blaster either. Alright guys, so I'm going to talk about the last Nerf blaster. Now this wasn't revealed in a leak, and as far as I know it hasn't been released yet, and that is the Nerf Dino Squad Armor Strike. And American Phone just posted like the only review out there on this, and it is another Dino Squad blaster, which I really am happy that series is continuing with the Raptor Slash, and now they have this, which is based off the Ankylosaurus. And I think it looks really cool, and it's interesting for a dinosaur aesthetic. But this is I'm going to go ahead and say it, is the worst Nerf blaster of all time. Now, that may sound really weird. Okay, it's not as bad as the Mandalorian blaster, but this is terrible, guys. This is absolutely terrible. It's not the blaster, it's not how it performs. It's average, mid-70s, low 70s. It's just a cool little blaster that has a dinosaur, that's with a dinosaur shell. The thing that makes this one of the worst blasters of all time is the price. $50 for an 8-shot pump action blaster that's oversized for the capacity. I mean, I know it's a dinosaur and that's cool, but $50? Holy stinking moly, guys. I mean, you could buy almost any other blaster on this list for less than that. So I'm hoping that this price is wrong, that maybe whoever got this, because someone sent American Phone this, and they said, I guess they said it was 50. I don't know. I don't think there's been any official announcement for it, so maybe it's not 50, maybe it's 30, which would still be overpriced. Hopefully it's in the 20 range. Now, if it's a $20 blaster, yeah, this is really good, but $50, and if that's true, which I think it probably is going to be true, considering how Nerf is, that's terrible, guys. I'm sorry, that makes this one of the worst blasters of all time because of that insanely stupid price. Now, you could go pick up the Trailblazer, which is an 8-shot blaster. It probably performs just as well, and it's like $15. This better not be $50. Gosh, that's so terrible, guys. That makes this one of... I'm not going to be that one guy who says, oh, you could buy a Villainator or a Nexus Pro. I'm not going to say that, but you could buy a Villainator or a Nexus Pro, guys. I'm sorry. That's crazy. See, I don't even usually say that about Dart Zone. You could buy this from Dart Zone, you could buy that. But I am serious. $50 for something that's completely useless. I mean, I know that Dragon Power thing was $40, but that had a cooler aesthetic. This doesn't have as cool of an aesthetic, and it's literally a whole $10 more, and I think it's like even worse. So I don't know what to say about this, guys. For $15 more, you could get the Jurassic Pro. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Dino Squad. I think it's one of the best series Nerf has done, although a lot of people disagree. And the prices have been almost fair, except for maybe the Rex Rampage, but still, Rex Rampage is a really good blaster. Honestly, I don't know what to say about this. This is terrible. And the blaster itself is not necessarily terrible, it's just a fun, gimmicky blaster that's shaped like a dinosaur, but it's $50. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to rant. I just did, but I'm not going to rant anymore, because it's not worth it. But yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. That's not good. But anyway, a lot of cool blasters, a lot of weird blasters, a lot of bad blasters, but overall, interesting lineup from Nerf. And what I like the most, and probably a lot of you are going to agree with me, is the Elite 2.0 Moto Blitz, the Viper Strike. I don't know if you'll agree with me about that, and maybe the Minecraft bow, but that's about it. I really just don't know what to say about a lot of this stuff. The Ultra Speed's really cool, but it's just not quite up there with what I want, what I've been wanting. It's really a disappointment with that low capacity. It looks absolutely huge. But yeah, overall, I'm interested in the Moto Blitz the most, and I will definitely be picking that up if it's not over $50 or $40. It's probably going to be $50 because of that shotgun attachment. But if it's $40, I'll be absolutely stoked, and I will buy it. I'll try to buy it if it's $50, but I don't have a lot of money. I don't get tons of money, So we'll see what I can do. But yeah, really cool. And this year could end up being a good year for Nerf. Elite 2.0 seems to be going in the right direction with the Trailblazer and the Moto Blitz. Dino Squad, I mean, the Raptor Slash was cool, but this is terrible. Minecraft seems to be doing some new and innovative stuff. Roblox is doing something kind of cool. And Fortnite is doing innovative things as well. Ultra, I think Ultra still doesn't know quite what it is yet. It's still trying to place itself. Once Ultra gets established and starts doing more solid products and I guess they're experimenting right now. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's about it. Very interesting lineup. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a long video, but we've talked about a lot of stuff. So I will see you in the next one. Hopefully it's going to be a thrifting video, but we'll see.
My junk drawer, my junk drawer. So many things, I don't know what they're for, but I won't let it go, no, I will add more useless little things to my junk drawer.